Okay. Well, welcome to part 20 of Pixel Plays. Our quotations probably be maybe an hour long. We're probably just gonna get for the Imperia boss fight and call it a night. I just wanted to stream. Like, I was tempted to just not stream at all, but I figured like I stream at least a little bit just to keep things going. I've been kind of busy today, I guess. Or just lazing about. Yeah. Like I worked this morning in the early afternoon, as usual. I'm basically watching YouTube stuff. I think I had a couple-hour nap in the middle of it, so yeah. There are maybe a few more thoughts I have about, like, I'm trying to figure if I caught some of my like thoughts on. There's something that kind of occurred to me, which I think I started to talk about this idea last night. I can't remember, but I feel like there's just a degree to which in a JRPG in particular, was kind of about expanding your offensive capabilities, or or various things you can do, as you level up, which is usually kind of what happens. I mean, in any given JRPG, I think that it becomes a bit difficult for a game designer to really make things properly challenging and engaging in terms of encounters, because I felt like, I think I probably mentioned it, like, the encounter design is actually pretty good. Now, we reached the point like where we were about to encounter Angelo. There was a bit of a difficulty spike, but that was with like regular encounters, and it didn't feel unfair necessarily. Like, we may have been a little bit under level. At this point, I feel like the mobs that we're facing are just trash. Trash mobs is, which is why I don't still continue. You can give your objections in the comments. I'm all for thought-out discussion of these subjects, because I'm hard-pressed to think of a reason why using an XP boost and gold boost, which is effectively just cutting down on grinding time, is cheating, at least in this context. And again, with these sorts of things, I'm going by the recommended level as suggested by the first result I get on Google when I, type in what boss, what level I should be at per boss. So this is a very wide range of like 5 levels, 35 to 40. I try to get closest to the middle, but I really just aim to get everyone up to like kind of halfway. Sort of in the middle of it. Here we go. What the hell? No. I'm trying to get the chat background. There you go. Look where it's supposed to be. I mentioned before that it can be cheating. If you're like intentionally trying to be over leveled, and I'm to some extent because I'm like super level higher than the minimum, so it's just a level, but I'm still roughly 1 to 2 levels lower than the maximum suggested level. So there you go. If you're aiming to be ahead of the curve and you're using an XP boost to continuously keep yourself ahead of the curve, then that is cheating. If you're using it just to get yourself to a point where like you have a fighting chance, or yeah, which is roughly what I'm doing. I'm gonna be slightly ahead of the curve, but I could be even further ahead of the curve. I could be like level 41. I could be like level 50. Potentially. The fact of the matter is that I do not feel that the enemies that I've been facing are particularly getting some more insta-death spells, which again forces me to equip Angela with the anti-insta-death thing, which we should have gotten the moment, be able to acquire the moment that we start encountering death spell enemies, which is around Argonia. I believe the first item that allows us to circumvent that. It does not appear until maybe the next town after Argonia. I don't recall, but like that is, in my humble opinion, bad game design, because when you introduce instant-death abilities, you need to introduce ways of getting around instant-death abilities. It's that simple. Otherwise, it's just cheap. And again, I feel the instant-death abilities are cheap in general. This is a very egregious example of it being cheap, because it does not cast it on a single party member. It goes and casts it on each party member with a random chance of inflicting death on each party member. And if you get really bad RNG, it could be an instant one. Like, there could be some checks and balances in there, but to, like, ensure that doesn't happen. But I'm probably giving the game too much credit for even making that. And again, I've already stated my feelings about the disruptive wave. Although, what I was experiencing, it may be, like, the game seems to indicate that, like, enemies do have MP. so they have a limit to how much they can use stuff. So it's possible that Disruptive Wave requires a ton of MP, and that could be a strategy element. He basically, like, early into the, it didn't really work for us when we first fought Korea, but I may try doing that again, just like making them, like, when they're wasting their turn by using the MP to use a Disruptive Wave, and they're using up their MP with the Disruptive Wave, so eventually we'll reach the point where, like, it can, in theory, it can no longer cast that, and then we can just go after, it'll just be a battle of attrition, basically, until Imperia uses up all her, enough MP that, like, they just can't do that anymore, and then we'll just start fighting like we normally do in buffing and whatever, like we normally do. I still don't think that Disruptive Wave is a good concept, especially in a game where, like, buffing, particularly for tension, is the key unique game mechanic of this game. It's like the core unique game mechanic of Dragon Quest VIII, and they're effectively discouraging you from using it. Because you're just wasting your turn, because I guess the gameplay mechanic of limited MP even for enemies is going to be something of a positive. Oh yeah, the other thing I was thinking of was just examining a little bit more about what I said about why I'm uncertain as to another reason why I'm uncertain about the idea of implementing Lord Runner system. Lord Runner's new system. For one, I do not have near as big an audience as he has. And part of what he does is he actually to chat, like, what do you think? Do you think that this deserves a negative, an aggregate negative, or a positive, or an aggregate positive? Or do you have any ideas for a positive for story or gameplay? Which are the two factors. Like, I think at one point he was considering, like, doing, like, graphics and music and the sound or whatever. But he just decided, let's fold a lot of these things into one or the other. Music could be gameplay-oriented or story-oriented based on, what it's doing. For example, a Yoshi drum in gameplay, like, or like a musical cue can, like Amnesia, for example. I don't think it's a game he's played. He's not particularly into horror games. But if he ever were to play Amnesia, which is possible, someone might nominate it at some point, he'd probably give a positive to gameplay for music, because the music, at least barring hardcore mode, like, can actually tell you when an enemy is nearby or when an enemy is pursuing you. And I mean, it could be a positive, it could also be kind of negative, because it may eliminate tension somewhat, but that would be a negative to the story, potentially. The positive to gameplay. I don't know. But yeah, that's, the other reason is because, it's just sort of personal. It is, like I said, I feel that I am overly critical by nature. Now, I'm not saying that it's an insult to myself. I'm just saying that's what, not even claiming that I am, like, just a cynical person. even though I am in some ways, but that's beside the point. Um, the fact of the matter is that I am literally critical. I think critically. I I feel like I enjoy being critical. I don't enjoy being negative. I enjoy being critical. There's a little bit of a distinction. Um, a lot of criticism is negative in a lot of ways because I'm picking apart the things that are wrong with the game and thinking of ways that can, various ways it can be fixed. But that's like kind of the point. That's. I think this game is good, and I want it to be better. So I can. It will help me to enjoy the good parts of this game more if bad things weren't weighing it down so much. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm especially critical of games that I am deriving some enjoyment from, because moments like this where I'm just forced to freaking grind detract from the enjoyment I'm experiencing. So, yeah, like, if I could come up with the professional game developers who studied and experienced actually designing games, not consider these things. Like, I think I said before, it would almost be a dream job to be a consultant for game designers and just like go across the country, or across the world. Once this pandemic is taken care of, and just go to game developers and give them like my whole spiel about like what I feel a good game design is, and like get a chance to like look into their games and the mechanics that they have, and then be like, you can make this a little bit better if you did, if you maybe made the control a little bit more in the player's hands, or whatever. Like, I prefer, I guess, I've been thinking off and on about like trying to write a book about good game design. I also feel like it probably would be better to sort of just like doing like a TED Talk or something, because I don't think I have enough to say to fill a book. Like, I have some core concepts that are like maybe write a paper, or do a TED Talk or something about how to design a game good and how games can be designed poorly. But I don't think I could, write an entire book. Like, I'd be repeating myself a lot, essentially. But yeah, I'm critical because I care and because I want good games to be even better. Because there's always room for improvement, and in older games there tends to be a lot of room for improvement. Because there's modern conventions that I might take for granted to some extent. Yeah. So I feel like this is suffering from maybe some similar problems to what Final Fantasy IX has. The ports of Final Fantasy IX, because I haven't actually properly played any of the ports, but apparently they decreased the encounter rate substantially. But guess what? They did change. how much experience and gold or gil you get from encounters. So if you want to be at a level in your appropriate place, guess what? You have to pretty much, if you want a Korean method, as Lore Runner calls it, and neither avoid nor seek out encounters, well, you're going to have to go for the dungeon twice. Go for every dungeon twice. Spend twice as much time in the overworld between like, it's completely impossible the Korean method. To fully Korean method the game because they did not adjust any of the other aspects of the game. And that's what I feel might be a bit of a problem with the avoidable encounters in this game. Now, granted, I'm all for it because it's a player element of player control, which is a critical, the very pillar of my of your game design. But you also have to design your game, or adjust aspects of the game fit that. And the fact of the matter is, the game doesn't quite manage. Now, part of that is, at least for me, is the fact that, like, I am not really enjoying enemy encounters as much as I could be. So, it's put on the game designer. For one, to just make the encounters more worthwhile in general. Although, like I said, it's a difficult thing when you get to high levels because, especially even more so because you have so much customization. Although, yeah, there's a degree. I'm not sure if it's really safe to say that like the customization really is going to severely affect the player's power level. And I am kind of min-maxing in a manner of speaking because I'm really focused. Although apparently this kind of does a little bit. But anyway, yeah. I feel there might be a degree in which the game is not designed to properly account for players skipping encounters or avoiding them or potentially just not getting enough encounters for various reasons due to the way it's designed. I don't know. Now, I will say another thing which I think I'm really getting half the stream is probably gonna be me just talking about my bot that I've had since I played last. I've touched on this before, but I don't think I touched on it. I'm not sure I touched on it. Pretty sure I haven't touched on it during this particular playthrough. In a JRPG where you don't have any kind of difficulty settings, if it's well designed, or avoiding grinding is going to be your difficulty modifier. So Korean method is going to be your normal difficulty. Korean method, in case you haven't figured it out, is, or haven't been paying attention or whatever, or I haven't made it entirely clear, is where you are neither seeking or avoiding encounters. You're just sort of. It's getting a little bit easier, I guess, in some ways. The benefit of true random encounters or unavoidable random encounters is that you can either accidentally or intentionally avoid encounters. Like, they just happen as you go. So you just like walk through the dungeon, explore it properly, and you'll get encounters as you go. There's also my method, which is the equipment upgrade method, which is not as, doesn't have as much of a ring to it, but I feel that maybe makes the game easier to some extent. Because I am in fact seeking out encounters. Um, or you can call it the gold farming method. Maybe it might be a little more ranked gold farming method. Um, yeah, gold farming probably would be like, which is basically like, going around getting enough encounters to upgrade your equipment in any given instance to the best possible that you have access to. It can be a little trickier, particularly in this game. I found that the goal I need to upgrade my equipment fully is by simply how open the world becomes at a certain point. Like, there's just so many different shops, and it feels like the amount of gold you need to upgrade your equipment is spiked at a certain, kind of at the halfway point, like maybe around the time you get the. Particularly when you look at Argonian Bazaar, like I find all of this equipment that is like in all of this equipment that is insanely expensive, and I'm like, nope, I do not feel like grinding for that. So as a consequence, I'm probably a little bit under-leveled and under-equipped. So I feel like the curve for that is not quite as it should be. Because like enemies aren't giving enough gold or experience or whatever you're literally expected to grind. Which I do not think a game should do. Heck, even if you want to make the game easier for yourself, grinding should still be kind of minimalist. It's also why I actually favor having a proper difficulty setting. At least like a easy mode, which is, where, if you want an easy, basically, an easy mode should be, basically kind of an XP boost. XP and gold boost. Strictly speaking. Also, I should mention that if I ever do play Final Fantasy IX, I think it could be on the list. I can't remember if it was on the current list. Whenever I do it, I had the Maguri mod on. I don't know if the Maguri mod actually fixes the random encounters. Here's the thing. Ideally, there should be a mod for Final Fantasy IX for PC that gives you two options. One is that the encounter rate is just brought it back up to classic. Basically classic mode and easy mode should be like the two features I want to see modded into Final Fantasy IX for PC. Classic mode is that it just brings up the encounter rate to where it was in the original game. Easy mode is going to be where it just gives an XP and gold boost. That's proportional to the decreased encounter rate. That would be my preference. If there is like a mod or some option in an existing mod to do that, I would want to do that. There's probably people outside just opening doors. Tonight, I just watched a video by Jesse Gender about like autism spectrum, and that's definitely something I have is sound. Living in an apartment just for my sanity. I'm sure like the doors are very loud, especially like the ends of the homes are too loud. They sound like they're slamming when they close. So I feel like constantly someone angry there. Or is it just someone who's constantly, opening, closing doors, upstairs neighbors seem to be I mean, hearing that is giving me maybe a little more peace of mind. Maybe that's just the way that people sound when they walk on the floor above you. It's just loud. And it's just bothering me because I have Asperger's syndrome, so I need to just mentally work it out. But anyway, yeah, so we need to finalize my thoughts here, so we can get into the boss fight and get to the so ideally, if you're not gonna have like any XP boost, easy mode, or something that, you know, it can also affect like enemy health and you know how much you can attack and how much damage you attack. But ideally, it could just be an XP and gold boost, which basically means that the difficulty will be on the you know, in easy tier basically, without the need for grinding. So like, you know, there's the I don't know if there's other methods, other terms for the method beyond free method. Basically, free method just, you know, taking counters as you go. More or less should be at your normal difficulty. Seeking out more encounters should be easy, and avoiding encounters should be your hard mode. And you know, keep yourself on the level should be your hard mode. Should ideally the game should be designed to work on that where, like, even if you're under leveled, you can, if you're using the proper strategy and abilities and, you know, preparation, you can get through it. And Dragon Quest XI apparently it has that at least to some extent. Maybe not for the entire game, but yeah. And granted, I'm not like the most expert player of JRPGs. I've had a full amount of experience, but like I beat Chrono Trigger. It's probably the oldest JRPGs I've beaten without without any kind of cheats. Like I think I used save states at one point, but that was like during the Mount Doom or whatever, like the wind blowing down like that. Like, I'm not sure I'm gonna do it when I play the PC version, because I believe save states exist in that, so we're just gonna have to bear it. I think unless I decide to switch over to the DS. But anyway, yeah, that's basically what I feel about difficulty. And ideally, you know, if you were to implement an easy mode, it would just be, you know, XP boost, gold boost. Hard would be probably the opposite. I mean, you know, if you're gonna go bare bones with difficulty, it's gonna be like enemies don't give as much XP or gold. Probably more XP than gold, personally. At least for hard mode. Like, yeah. Like, you're probably gonna have to think a little bit more about how to design hard mode than easy mode. Easy mode is simple, like more XP, more gold. Pretty much proportional in many ways. You know, it's no difficulty only faster. Like hard mode, you're gonna have to need to think about, like, you know, making it more difficult but fair. But yeah, I think that a lot of thought has to be put into hard mode because, I mean, it can be, depending on the design of the game, it can be kind of tricky to avoid encounters to increase the difficulty artificially for yourself. Like, there could be a certain challenge to that, but I don't know. Anyway, let's actually just get into the freaking game. Finally. Face spec. Okay, is there suddenly a short in my... Okay. So I'm like, okay, it's only coming out of my left speaker. Okay. Oh, I spoke for too long, so long that my controller zonked out. Wait, oh yeah, we need to switch to. There you go. Probably gonna try a quick save just before we um um get into the fight. It starts a wave of energy, like right at the bat. We're just gonna do a psych. Whoa! Oh. Okay. We got our first deceasing. Oh great, now we're I need to do something about this. We're gonna have to. Well, I don't have any freaking items that can deal with this. Damn it, I'm just gonna have to freaking wait for this to wear off. Damn it. Did she have any healing spells? Feel full heal. Right on herself. So we can. Ideally, we can heal everyone else. This is like we're at a good level. Is there a way to clear confusion without? Is this confusion ever wear off? There's literally nothing we can do. There is nothing we can do. I need to actually like do a save state. Wow, this is such a portal. Like I'm just gonna say this is a poorly designed boss battle. Like, oh, sorry, pal. Negative the gameplay for no frickin' way to quick load or exit to the main menu. Like I have to reset the game. Like I understand in a battle, but like also why can't a quick save just be like part of the regular save menu? Like I really have to go to continue a suspended adventure rather than. I'm gonna wait until the battle action starts, make a save state, and reload it when if the battle gets bad again. This is once again entirely a time saver measure because so I don't know if I want to spike up or not. Like that's my strategy. Get to like waste its MP or whatever trying to debuff us or unbuff us. But that's Kafuddle, which is I don't know if there's any items you can use that like prevent Kafuddle or decrease the chance of it taking hold. Also, I wonder if Kafuddle just wears off. Also, I think it's a bad game design choice in general that you know every status effect that we've encountered, at least at this point in the game, targets the entire party. Because that means, again, battle RNG can cripple you. Right, I should probably stock up on items or something to cure, confuse, whatever. If it's used to wave 3 times so far, I'm going to talk about future reference. See if you can like run out of MP or whatever. Great. Of course, that's the 4th time, so I have no idea. Like, we just had like kind of good-ish luck. Before. I'm just gonna start. Yeah, that doesn't do much. I also don't know if bosses actually have limited MP. Or just have an insane amount of MP and can. I'm gonna use full heal on. What does Omni heal cost? I'm just gonna use full heal. We don't have multi heal, we just have Omni heal. I'm just gonna do that and hope that Angelo doesn't go first and make our Omni heal completely pointless. Yep, we just use multi-heal. I mean, it's not entirely worthless, but we're healing the pool, but yeah, I'm really doubting that there's any like rhyme or reason to the number of times that it can use. I doubt Fizzle will do anything, but let's see. That doesn't. Well, it doesn't say it didn't do anything, so. It can diffuse attacks, which are devastating, so that may have been a mistake. That was probably a mistake. Take a risk here and yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna have red full heal. Wait, no, it can still use spells. So that did anything. And it didn't tell us that it didn't do anything. At least I didn't notice it saying anything about it not doing anything. We also do Clefairy still. Okay, we're not affected. That's good. Oh, it just said it until it works. Screw you. Including it. No, it didn't do including Angelo this time. That's the only good thing. Although I don't think we have any abilities whatsoever that can, like, there's an ability that can put people into, that can confuse people, but sorry, now my character's over everything. Like, I may technically cheat at this rate. Either that or find ways to deal with the status elements if such things even exist. Does confusion wear off? That's the question that I really need to know the answer to. I mean, that's one way to cure your confusion. I'm gonna put this in a different save state slot for a good way into the fight, and yeah. We're just gonna hope that, I mean, if Jessica dies, then she isn't confused anymore, so... Oh, so the confusion does wear off eventually, that's good. I'm just gonna keep on psyching up, but... I'm gonna have full heal on Jessica. Okay, Sega. You know, rest kit? Oh, great, now our healer's confused. Time to kill our healer. Go to hell. This is also not, unlike the battle with we had disrupted wave of energy. This battle does not appear to be designed to be easy besides the disruptive wave of energy. It seems to be very random when it uses it, which is our one saving grace. We can kind of gamble with psychic up. But, yeah. I'm just gonna have to have Pixel take over as the healer. I'm just gonna hope it, there we go. I don't think she has any healing magic whatsoever, so... Wait, she has... Kazing. Doesn't she? There. And then full heal on Jessica. Bam! And now all I have to do is wait for paralysis to. I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually make a third save state. Like, I kind of said that I would only save state at the beginning of the battle, but the way the battle's going, no. It's late. I want this to be as short as possible, so I am. Ooh, Angelo, heal, 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 heal. No, full healing yourself, damn it. Okay, I even get to use save states. Totally legit, aside from the grinding that happened earlier. Which again is questionable as to the lack of legitness involved. And also, in my defense, that
brave to have followed my shadow here from the world of light, and you are able fighters.
see, I was testing you. That's why I continuously killed you over and over again. Like, chaotic neutrality? I don't know. Actually, I probably argue she's technically evil. Like, to some extent. And I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but like, in my homebrew alignment system, evil is a consideration or lack. A good and evil is a consideration or lack of consideration of the lives and well-being of others. You can basically, then altruism and selflessness is a separate axis. And of course, you still have law and chaos, which is also very specific. It's a matter of how fortified your morality is. So Imperia, judging from the fact that she is entirely willing to kill us, test us, is at least borderline evil by my estimation. Now, I give the benefit of that. Probably say she's neutral, and simply has such a broad view of morality that uh, she's capable of leaning evil. In certain instances, and for justifications that you're approaching her, you may not necessarily with weapons drawn. I mean, it's difficult to say because, like, if like D&D, it would be more cut and dry, or a pen and paper RPG or tabletop, whatever you want to call it. Uh, we definitely have the option to like draw weapons or not draw weapons, whereas here is like you walk up to the Stonehenge thing, and she attacks you. So whether or not our weapons were drawn prior to that is up to our imagination to some extent. But I mean, she may have appraised this as being bunches, but her mindset may be more that we are here for her. She may even be aware to some extent that we understand the danger, that she's been sort of uppity or little. I don't know. She might explain exactly why she's been behaving strangely. Yeah, that could have even been part of her plan. Is to give us a warning that she may attack you. So that, like, one, we have to be brave enough to even approach her to begin with. And, Ellie, leave the tree alone. She goes, Hey, I'm a cat. It's a tree. I climb trees. It's my natural instinct. Why are you denying me my natural instinct? Because you're domesticated. She's coming to me. Why can't I climb that tree? Because I put all that work into putting the ornament on it, and I don't want to. Now you're just gonna attack my arm. Well, I'm just going to ignore you then. You have plenty of toys you can play with on your own. I keep on telling you that, and you don't seem to be paying attention. But yeah, before we give her any benefit of doubt, she may have actually, like, effectively told the chief to be like, just tell him, like, that I'm getting violent, mysteriously violent, and I mean, not knowing it, so that, like, they have a, basically, her attitude may be that if she kills us, we knew what we were getting into. When she's going to attack us with lethal force. She's not going to hold back, because she needs to test that properly. But she has enough honor to be like, yeah. So, neutral. Maybe not even chaotic, perhaps even... Like, we'll see. Like, I'll make a full assessment, but this is what I'm guessing at this point. Also, pretty sure I didn't get this far in before I just sort of lost interest or something. in the mobile version. So, like, my memory of this part of the game is not as fresh. So this is becoming a bit more of a blind playthrough at this point.
Perhaps you have realized already, but that battle was a test.
Yeah.
Please forgive my methods, but I am in search of someone strong to help me.
What do you mean? Surely you don't expect us to help you attack the village? I'm afraid you've misjudged us. We're not about to help you with your tyrannous scheme.
Please do not misunderstand me. It was never my desire to attack the village. That too is part of the reason why I am in need of help. When Rapthorn, Lord of Darkness, attempted to conquer the world of light, I helped the sages to seal him away. In so doing, I earned the enmity of the monstrous servants of Rapthorn. That is why I am in this predicament. I have a baby, an egg in my nest. I have been waiting for the day it would hatch. But my nest has been captured by Gemon, one of Rapthorn's foul minions. He is holding my egg hostage.
Hopefully he's not more powerful than Pyria. Technically.
He forced me to attack the human village. I could not refuse if I wanted to save.
Okay, so it wasn't part of. So that wasn't part of the test.
Normally, I would have nothing to fear from the likes of Gemon. But as long as he has my egg, I am powerless to oppose him.
What I'm guessing here is that we will the information from far so far. Again, she would have nothing to fear from the likes of Gemon, normally. I think the difference between... So I'm guessing the Gemon is not going to be... I'm hoping, against hope, the Gemon is not going to be as strong as Imperial. It's going to be maybe a little bit of a reprieve from what Imperia was. We're still going to have to go for a dungeon to get to him, probably. And it's not going to be in fight exactly, but it's probably not going to be anywhere near as hard as this. Because Ellie has to play by herself with the noisiest toy she has. Yeah, I'm definitely affected by... I mean, this is not causing me... Her playing of her toy is not causing me anxiety, but it certainly is distracting. Okay. So I'm going to try to distract myself. But I think Imperial's concern is that, like, he is literally right in front of her egg. And it's probably not so much the fact that she's afraid that she would not be able to attack and defeat him in time to protect her egg. It's probably that, like, she is so freaking strong that, like, any attack she used against him would include the egg as a collateral damage. So she needs warriors who have more pinpoint precise offensive capabilities that can go after Gemon. attack them without the risk of her egg coming to harm. Or at least with less risk. But they still have to be powerful enough to, like, take him out before he has a chance to do damage to the egg, you know? So they have to be fairly powerful as well, so, yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
That is why I must find someone to fight him in my place. You did not
someone probably was wrong.
in following my shadow here to the world
I
of darkness.
did not actually. Well,
Such bravery is rare.
Yeah, I think this has a system where pressing any button will advance the dialogue, which is dumb. Because, yeah, like if I hit the stick or the left stick, it does not advance the dialogue. But if I hit the right stick, that's a button to left and right.
And now you have proven your strength in battle. I have no doubt that you are the only ones brave enough and strong enough to defeat Gemon.
Yeah, I think she was probably counting to some extent on the fact that she attacked the village. So that we probably know, or at least understand, that she is a danger to us. Or there was a chance that we would go and fight her. And basically, if we die as a result, then, well, it's a waste, but it's an acceptable loss, I guess. Like, again, that is borderline evil, but yeah.
Please help me. Save my egg. For me, for my unborn child, and for the people of this island.
No! You tried to kill us! Okay, yeah.
Thank you. I was right to choose you. My nest is on a precipice at the summit of a mountain, far beyond the reach of humans.
Yeah, we saw that.
Gemon will be watching for me, so I cannot take you all the way to the
Yeah,
top.
so we have to go for dungeon.
But I can take you to the mountain's base.
So let's remember to use a quick save.
Are you ready to go now?
Or we can... we'll use the quick save.
I will take you, all of you. Climb into the wagon or hold on tight.
Is this the way we actually travel in the game? I'm pretty sure this is the way we actually travel when she becomes the transportation
This is as far
method.
as I can
Later.
take you.
Spoiler.
I dare not approach any closer, lest Gemon see me.
She is basically our airship.
But the mountain is riddled with caves. It should be possible for you humans to ascend to its summit on foot. When you wish to return to the hill, call for me and I will take you back. Farewell for now. Please save my egg. You are my only hope.
You saved my leg, you are my only hope. Okay, we're gonna... We have to remember that it's a quick save. Although we'll probably... Yeah. I think I could take... again, if I were using a runner system, I would give it a negative for for not including quick saves just in its regular load system. Because my instinct is to just go. The very first option we have is continue your adventure. So my instinct is to take the first option rather than continue a suspended adventure. So it would be easier if there's just like 3 slots, with one of them being, for continuing your adventure, just have 3 slots, one dedicated save slot. These 2 and then one for quick save, rather than making it a separate option in the main menu. Like, like from a functional standpoint, it wouldn't require any more button presses. But anyway, yeah. Like, one muscle memory for resuming the game is just to continue my adventure. And then I realized, oh wait, I did a quick save last time, so... I probably should just go ahead and use the save slot too. Just in case I do like screw up, I just think, oh, I forgot, well, I'll just use my save slot for the same point. Rather than having to reset the game. Whatever, I didn't do that, and... You know what, I'm gonna... Just because I'm thinking about it, I'm actually gonna make a quick save. Not a quick save, a save state here. Just in case I'm an idiot. We won't get the menu music, but we'll just use this as their outro music. Okay. Let's head over to our wall of patrons, where your name could be featured here for as little as $1 per month. And all new patrons will get announced, and any patron who is crazy enough to donate $10 or more will always get announced. And ultra patrons will be able to add a game to what I call the reserve list, which is the list from which everything on here will eventually be derived. Let's see here. I don't believe Final Fantasy IX is on here. Dragon Quest IV is, which will be the beginning of, not necessarily Marathon, but I plan to go for the entire trilogy, basically. I forget what it's called, but basically, 4, 5, 6. Although I guess doing 5. 5 is supposedly the best one of the bunch. And they're not directly connected to each other, they're just sort of in the same setting, and yeah. But since I own the entire trilogy, I kind of just want to go through it. So I'll probably look into what mods are available for for Final Fantasy IX besides the Mercury mod, which I already have installed. It could show up in this list. I'll probably just automatically add it to the reserve list. For more details, and the current, if you're watching a VOD, far in the future, the most up-to-date list, you can go to patreon.com/pixelsplays. And of course, go there if you wanted to actually donate. For any reason. And of course, there's a bunch of other VGT that are pretty much free aside from a few seconds of your time. So you don't have such a few stuff to do those things. I mean, if your comments are, were time consuming, but I also appreciate comments because I would like your feedback. Thanks as always to our producer, Aaron McMahon. And thanks to all of you for watching. And until next time, sign out.